You're listening to Brandon Sports Talk, interviewing professional athletes and Paralympians and Olympians. And now for your professional athlete interview and your host, Brandon Pate. Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Canada Paralympian Sitting volleyball player, Julie Kozun. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play sitting volleyball?
Well, I didn't really know I wanted to play in the beginning. After my accident, I had been shown clips of sitting volleyball, and at first I thought that looked pretty weird, and that I just wanted to play, standing volleyball. One of my friend's cousin played on the wheelchair basketball team, and she got me hooked up with the Canadian sitting volleyball coach. And we exchanged emails, and they flew me out to Edmonton for training camp, and I tried it out, played it for about 6 months to about a year, took a break, and then came back, and I've played ever since.
What was that like, obviously, when you made that sitting volleyball team?
Pretty amazing. Definitely in the beginning, I didn't think I was going to make it because I wasn't very good at it yet. It is like learning a whole new sport. So it was pretty amazing, and I think I was pretty hard on myself at the time, but I think I've earned my spot now, and I love playing with the team. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
What was that feeling like when you got announced to be a part of the national team for the first time?
First time, I think I was 15 or 16, so it was pretty exciting. I felt pretty cool. But yeah, I think over the years now, though, it has really kind of settled in more, and it means more to me than just being on Team Canada. So yeah.
How has that been like, obviously, getting to compete in sitting volleyball and representing Team Canada?
Yeah, representing Team Canada is always my favorite. I always love to do it. It's a dream come true. And yeah, playing for the sitting volleyball team and how much the team has grown and excelled in the last few years, I'm able to say that I'm really proud of it, and I think a lot of people are proud of us too. So it's a pretty amazing community to be involved in.
Of course, during that short time, what was that like when you took a break from sitting volleyball and then you came back to compete in Tokyo?
I think it was really needed. I came back to the team after my break stronger physically and mentally. I was a better sitting volleyball player coming back. I just kind of was transitioning into my new self more, and I was a little bit older, and so I think it was the right decision in hindsight, even though it's kind of regrettable now. I could have just stuck with it and I would have been fine, but I think it was the right choice in the long run.
What was that feeling like when you got announced to make the team to go to Tokyo to become a Paralympian?
It was pretty amazing feeling. I had been working towards it for the last 5 years, so it was a dream come true for sure.
Of course, during those 5 years of preparing for the Paralympics, what were some of your things that you were preparing, and how was the training like preparing?
We were definitely trying to prepare and with our systems and trying to run more speed and just kind of being a more competitive team. And we did a lot of training, and a lot of it during COVID. So that was very interesting. We had quarantined together for 2 weeks at a time in Toronto, at one time, sorry, and that was a pretty long one. Other than that, we practiced in Edmonton, Canada, most of the time. So when we trained in Toronto, we trained for 2 weeks at a time, and then every other camp we were in Edmonton. And during COVID, it was definitely much harder, and we didn't know if the Paralympics were happening for sure. But once we finally were going, it was finally all coming into place, and so it was definitely a huge time of unknowing.
What was that feeling like when you received your sitting volleyball gear and you had the Canada Maple Leaf flag on you?
Yeah, always, getting new Canada gear is always fun. It's a good day. My favorite part is the jerseys because they're Paralympic jerseys, and we won't be wearing them again, so I'll keep those forever. We had some definitely interesting clothing from Hudson Bay, Canada. We had a nice graffiti jean jacket that I'll also keep forever. So it was an exciting day for sure.
Of course, that moment when you made the team, what was that feeling like when you saw your name being announced for the Paralympic team?
Yeah, whenever our games start, I'm always the first one to be announced because I'm number two. So I'm the lowest number, and it's always a good feeling getting called out and having your name up there. So yeah, it's awesome.
Of course, after you were announced to make the Paralympic team, what was the training like preparing for Tokyo?
Yeah, I kind of touched on it. It was, longer training because of COVID a bit and, lots of testing, lots of COVID testing and just being definitely different training environment for sure. Masks was a thing, right? So it was a little restricting and it's not fun playing sitting volleyball in a mask, but we got it done and I think it made us better in the long run and, showed that we're really adaptable. Yeah, we got creative at home and it was a longer training period than we had expected, but, at least we got to go and at least we got the opportunities to train when we did. So really grateful for that time.
How's it been like obviously getting to compete against some of those teams like US, Mexico, and Argentina and different teams?
The US is always fun to play against. They won the last two gold Paralympic medals in Rio and Tokyo. So, they are a very good team, obviously a gold medal winning team. And it's always awesome to play against them because it makes us better for it. And we have to play a fast paced game. We have to compete at a higher level with them. So it's always awesome playing with them and really challenging them.
How's that been like obviously getting to compete in that rivalry game against US and Canada?
Yeah, it's fun. I think us in the States, we kind of get along. Like we're not huge rivals, so it's not terrible, but we are competitive with each other and we fight back and forth the whole time. So it's fun. It's fun competing against a good team, and yeah, we're gonna win one day for sure.
Of course, after you made the Paralympics, what was that feeling like adding PLY behind your last name and adding Paralympian behind your last name?
Yeah, I applied for it shortly after we came home from Tokyo, and I have the certificate and everything, so it's a pretty cool feeling. I haven't used it too much yet, but hopefully one day soon.
What does that mean to be a sitting volleyball player?
I think it means a lot of things. We're more adaptable. Well, I'm not gonna say we're adaptable team. I think playing on our team really upholds you to another standard just because of our team's values and our goals and our vision for the program. So
what was that feeling like when you got to put on that Canada sitting volleyball uniform and have the maple leaf flags on you along with the Paralympic rings?
It's amazing. We talk about wearing the maple leaf on our chest quite a bit, so we're always thinking about it. It's never forgotten. So we're all very proud to wear it, and we wear it with respect, and so we always are trying to be the best versions of ourselves when we put on that maple leaf, for sure.
How's it like obviously getting to meet your fans and having them ask for your autographs and photos with you?
Yeah, I love giving my autograph. I've gotten pretty good at it for the last 4 or 5 years, so it's always fun to do that and share a little bit of our sport with other people. So
what was that feeling like when you got to sign your autograph for the first time after the Paralympics and add the PLY?
I haven't done that yet. But I should start adding the PLY behind my autograph for sure. I always just put my number, but maybe I should start doing the PLY.
What were some of your favorite memories competing in Tokyo?
Playing in the Paralympic Village was lots of fun. Having that atmosphere of all the different countries and sport teams there was really awesome. We had me and my close friends on the team. We had movie nights and, we'd keep busy, but it was definitely different without fans being allowed to be there and with COVID, but it was still a great experience otherwise.
What were some of your game day routines and rituals like competing at the Paralympics?
We loved to jam out to our tunes before our games. We walked to the gym. So we would listen to music on the bus and then throughout the hallway to our change room and then in our change room until our meeting. And then we will meet and do visualization as a group. We usually do gratitude circles. So we go around and say something that we are grateful for. You don't have to go, or you can go. And, it just kind of helped us ground ourselves and really like be grateful and be in the moment.
Of course, at the Paralympics, while in the village, were there anybody that you saw that you were like, oh my God, I looked up to you as a player?
No. Honestly, I didn't know a lot about the Paralympics until my disability and my accident. So, like it's still a new world for me, and I'm still navigating it. I was hoping that a girl I knew from my hometown would be there, but she ended up not being on the wheelchair basketball team anymore. So she wasn't there, but it was still awesome being there with my teammates, and everything that we had worked so hard for was finally paying off. So that was pretty awesome for me.
Of course, getting to the Paralympics, did you have any pre-game jitters being your first time at the Paralympics?
Oh, for sure. I think also the game that stuck out the most to me for jitters probably would have been the bronze medal match. However, I think I was the most nervous during that game for obvious reasons. And I think I've learned a lot from that game as well. So it was a huge learning curve and opportunity for me going to Tokyo, and I hope I'm better for it for the next one.
What has that been like, obviously getting to learn against some of your teammates that have been veterans on the team?
Yeah, I've learned a ton from my teammates. Our captain Danielle Ellis, she joined, or she was on the team, and then when I joined, she came back to the team. And I remember the first day I had met her and I said, "Hi, are you new? Like, I'm Julie." And she's like, "I'm not new. Like, I've played this before." And I was like, oh, I had no idea. And I had learned so much from her, and everyone had kind of already been on the team since I had joined. There's been 3 new players since I've joined in the last 5 years. So I was kind of the newest girl for a while, and yeah, I've just learned a ton from them, and I continue to learn from them.
What has that been like, obviously getting to play with some of your teammates like Peyton, Danielle, Jennifer Oates?
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned a lot of my friends on the team. So a lot of the girls that I'm closest with, and I would say I'm close with everyone on the team though, and competing with your best friends on a world stage like that, like there's no comparable thing to it in the world. So it was honestly a once in a lifetime thing, and I'm so grateful for it.
Of course, being your first Paralympics, was there anybody on the team that you went to advice to know how to compete for the Paralympics?
I mean, I think like we all kind of had discussed that in our like mental performance sessions and kind of had prepared for it. And a lot of the girls that had been before like talked about, getting familiar with the arena and the lights and stuff like that. So they definitely did help us first timers that were there. And yeah, it was just an awesome experience to have with them.
Who were some of the people that you looked up to in the sitting volleyball community?
I mean, I think I really look up to my coach and some players on our team. I think some players on Team USA, really have some things to look up to. And there's quite a few players, and all for their other reasons, right?
Who is the most influential person in your career that have shaped you into the sitting volleyball player you are today?
I'd say my coach probably has the biggest impact. I grew up in a small town, so I was coached by volunteers or, younger athletes that no longer can play, or parents of girls on my team. So getting coached by an actual high level coach really changed like how I saw coaching and how I saw sport, and it made me the athlete that I am today for sure. So I would give a lot of credit to her.
Of course, after the Paralympics, when you got home, what was that feeling like receiving your Paralympic rings with the Canada maple leaf flag and the Argonaut symbol on it?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it was a little different. I know when my team went to Rio, they came home and they got presented their rings at the Parliament building in Ottawa. So this time they were just mailed to us. But it was still an amazing feeling getting that in the mail that day. I had been waiting for it, so it was a pretty good day.
What has that feeling been like, obviously putting on that ring and knowing that all of your hard work paid off for the Paralympics?
Yeah, it's one of the best feelings. I don't wear it often because I don't want to wreck it or lose it, which I usually do with most of my things. So, but it's definitely I'm gonna keep it forever and it's gonna be my keepsake. So,
What has that been like, obviously living out your Paralympic dream and making it to the biggest stage?
yeah, it's been a dream come true. I wouldn't regret it, and everything, all the hard work and everything paid off for it. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity, for all the hard work behind the scenes for making the Paralympics even happen that year. And I hope we get to go again.
Looking back on your Paralympic journey, what were some of your fondest memories competing at the Paralympics?
I think really, really growing as an athlete. I've improved every tournament that I've been to, and the Paralympics was another event where I really improved in. And, I think I was like one of the top 3 attacker points, getting points, right? So seeing my name up there on the top 3 leaderboard was really cool. And yeah, it's just an event that I'll probably talk about for the rest of my life. So
What are some of your future plans in the sport of sitting volleyball?
yeah, so I plan to continue with the team till 2024 and hopefully qualify for Paris and then go to Paris and win a medal.
What would that feel like, obviously getting to go to Paris and getting to compete in Paris?
I think it will really it'll be my second Paralympics, so there will be a little bit more to prove and it'll be more intense, and hopefully spectators are allowed to come, so hopefully my family will be able to be there. Those are just some things that I'm really looking forward to. Obviously we have to qualify first, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it'll be more than just a dream come true. It'll be kind of that redefining moment, I hope.
What advice would you give those people that are in college that are looking to play adaptive sports like sitting volleyball?
I would say just trying to find how to get involved. It might seem really difficult or kind of impossible, but it's really not. You just need to know who to ask or where to look. I believe Volleyball Canada will have some information on their website if anyone wants to get involved in sitting volleyball. You can also DM me on my Instagram at Julie Kozun. But yeah, so you just need to find out how to get involved, and once you get the ball rolling, it's really not that hard and it's really rewarding.
What advice would you give those people that are looking to represent a national team like US or Canada in sitting volleyball?
I would say that representing a national team means more than, just representing yourself, because you're representing your country. So it is important to be respectful and mindful and just the best version of yourself. It teaches a lot of great life skills, and it's probably one of the most rewarding things I've done. So awesome. And you should do it.
What advice would you give those people, such as yourself, that are looking to prepare for their first Paralympics?
Yeah, just keep grinding through it and, keep believing in yourself, and yeah, just keep up with the training and things will come.
What advice would you give those people that are competing as a Paralympian and representing either Canada or Team USA on the biggest stage?
Yeah, kind of just like what I said before. Remember that you're not only representing yourself, you're representing your country, and all eyes are on you. So don't do anything you wouldn't want everyone to see. But yeah, it's the best thing. So keep at it.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media?
My Instagram handle is at Julie Kozun. And my sitting volleyball one is Julie Kozun Sitting V-Ball.
Thank you again, Julie Kozun, for your interview, and best of luck in your future as a Canada Paralympian sitting volleyball player.
Thank you.
You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Julie Kozun, for your interview, and best of luck in your future.
Thank you.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.